Hi, welcome to a very special episode of something new that I'm trying, and I'm gonna name this series that I'm gonna finish, okay, called Swingin' Theory, where I play Ultimate Spider Man and talk about random topics that come to mind. So today I'm here with the Black Suit Spider Man. I got all tokens, race medals, combat tour, city events. That's how you unlock this thing. And today I want to go ahead and talk about Tekken, dude. So again, I have some bullet points here that I'm going to be addressing as I swing through this lovely New York. And I just wanted to go ahead and say, man, Tekken 8, as we know it, has been through a rough ride. And I mean rough, because you have Harada and Nakatsu have left. So it's just Murray and whoever else is back there. And that's not exactly good for the future of the franchise. Now you can imagine uh, why the game hasn't had that many patches or whatever. Well, this could be a big reason why. I mean, if you look on Twitter from the Tekken page on there, the last thing they've done that I've seen, which was pretty funny, I had to bookmark it. You can look on there yourself. Is they had a a balance change for Kunimitsu on Tekken Ball. So I guess to like patch out some of her moves interacting strangely with the ball and like preventing people from like playing. But again, who is playing Tekken Ball that much for a patch to come out for it? But yeah, I found that pretty funny. Tekken Ball, who would have thought? But yeah, so yeah, dude, with all that stuff happening, it's very unique in the sense of Tekken 8 situation, bro. Uh, it's quite fascinating to see the franchise still going as it is. You have characters coming out like Bob and the Kangaroo. They've already shown Bob's trailer, so pretty soon, besides the kangaroo meme of the guy punching the kangaroo trying to save his dog, besides that, Roger's gonna have his or her thing. I'm pretty sure it's a she. Um, so that's pretty much it, dude. You're just gonna have trailers. It really seems like this game is like in a state of stalemate. Just a bunch of nothing burger going on, and people are just continuing to bite the burger that tastes like nothing and void. But this is a great segue to talk about to really talk about the state that the game is in. Yeah, like I said before, this game is in a state of void. Okay, there's not really much going on besides character releases. Now, outside of the character releases, there's just not much happening, nothing being released, not really much news talked about. You have your occasional birthdays, I guess. I don't even know if they're still doing that for characters anymore. Having the random birthdays posted on Twitter, happy birthday, bastard, or whatever, I don't even see those anymore. So, not really much in the update department. Now, in Street Fighter 6, you know what I'm saying? They seem to be having a lot going on in other games in general, but Tekken is just silence, and that's not really good. That's not really good at all. But what seems to be all the rage right now is in fact rank match. Rank match, from Tekken Tag 2 to Tekken 6, Tekken 7. It has been a integral part of online play in Tekken, but it just seems like this is all people care about now because, you know, there's not really much to do in Tekken 8, dude. I mean, the store sucks. You only have a few costumes for like a select few characters, not even the whole cast, really. You know, let's just say you play Azucena, she ain't even got no designated costume. You know, Clive doesn't have anything. It's just a bunch of whackness in that department. So, you know, people are dedicating a lot of hours to Tekken 8 rank match. And when you really think about it, that's kind of worrying. Well, for the people that care, I guess. You know, it's just. I mean, recently, you know, there's a player, a pro player, I guess, I don't really know. There's a player called Ninja Killer that has reached Tekken God Infinite, which, again, that's just a goofy ass. It reminds me of Tekken 7, you know, when you had, what was it, Tekken God Prime as the final rank, and then they had Tekken God Omega, yeah, that fake rank, basically as a placeholder until they finished production of Tekken 8. I've said this before, you know, the rank didn't really mean much of anything, and that's pretty much what these God Plus ranks are. But not to discredit, bro. Congrats on it. I mean, that's a lot of hours you spent on a shitty ass game, bro. So congrats on that, man. You know, that's a lot of dedication, and you gotta respect it. You gotta respect it, or you don't have to, really. I mean, it's up to you. But you know, it's a lot of people are, I think, motivated to try to do the same thing. But the way that the game is, it's just a cesspool of just 50-50 heat burst, weird move interactions. It's just like, wow. Everybody's trying their hardest to cheese out the other person. It's like a pit bull attack, you know. It's just a bunch of crazy stuff going on. But you know, outside of ranked and some quick match stuff, there's not really, you know, besides the regular combo videos, there's not really much interesting combo video stuff going on at all. You know, combo videos in Tekken 8 have been nothing but informative. And what that means is, you know, you have your season 1 combos, you have your season 2 and season 3, and they're just like your regular, oh, this is the max combo for this launcher, and you know, low parry stuff and down forward 2 combos, you know, that sort of nature. That there's not really any music combo videos anymore, because Tekken 8's combo system is so floaty and weird. I don't think you can do it and it'll still be visually appealing. If you go back to Tekken 7, you know, I used to make those all the time. I've made 67 of them shits. Please let it be known. I know what I'm talking about, right? So you look at Tekken 8, and even if someone were to do it, it still doesn't match the intensity and the visual appeal of Tekken 7's, I guess, music combo video potential. Because Tekken 8, again, the combo system is quite floaty, so it's really strange, and then you got the heat stuff, and it's not really suitable for that sort of, dare I say, genre. I don't know. I guess demographic or whatever you want to say. It just doesn't fit, and I don't think it'll ever fit, which is why people have stuck to, okay, max damage combos and, you know, heat roots and all this stuff, because you can't really do, well, you can, it'll just look ugly, you know, do music combo videos anymore, which is quite sad. You know, that was one of the more interesting parts about Tekken 7, is the potential of making fantastic musical combo videos. And the fact that it's a lost art now is a bit sad, but it's one of those things that can be stamped in history as what used to be. And the people that have participated in such content, they can hold a flag and say, hey, I was there, I participated. uh, I'm happy to have been part of Tekken history, because believe it or not, people that do certain content, you are part of history in some regard, whether you believe so or not. And it, again, that sort of thing has to be congratulated. You got to respect it, dude. You got to respect it, because Tekken content is not. Oh, look at that back there. That was crazy. Ooh, that thing freaking out. Because Tekken content, like making actual good Tekken content, is not easy. Everybody seems to do the same thing, so it's kind of hard to deviate and let it be seen by multiple people. So that's why I think a lot of people just go straight to the rank stuff, because it's easy to replicate and do multiple things of. And I'm supposed to be talking about combo videos, but you can see how talks like this can just bleed into another. But uh, yeah, I miss the combo video era. It was a good time. It was a very good time. It was a lost art, very lost art. There's a lot of planning that goes into it. I'm going to speak briefly about that. You have. Well, let me explain. Okay. So, in order to. You know what? Fuck it. If you guys really want me to explain how to make a good combo video, dude, just let me know, okay? I think that part will be kind of boring. Yeah, I can explain in a video if you wish, but, I'm just going to leave it as that. Rip music combo videos. It was good while it lasted. And the last thing I'm gonna talk about, man. Yo, I don't know what's been happening in the past couple of weeks, but I think in a previous video that I've made, there has been an influx of people coming out and talking about Josie, especially on my old Josie videos. And I'm like, yo, what's going on? And when I made a video about that, more and more people are starting to come out and saying, man, I really wish Josie was in Tekken 8 and all this stuff. And, people were like, oh, more Josie content. So it's really funny. I think it's hilarious, quite interesting, really, that, I mean, dude, for God's sake, there was one person that said they haven't touched the games. They haven't touched the game since like they've been playing Tekken 7 since 2024 or something like that. They haven't even bothered touching Tekken 8 because Josie's not in it. And I'm like, yo, that's wild. But you have some people that are like that because their character is not in the game. There's multiple characters that didn't make it. Some quite forgettable, a lot more than others. But there is a group for each character. I believe there's a group. No matter how big, there is still a group for every character. And I would argue that Josie has one of the bigger communities, because she is quite interesting and a lot of people love her. And I think I helped people enjoy the character a lot more by fleshing out what she can do. And again, that brings it back to the being stamped in the history of, hey, you did this thing, be great, be proud, and I think I've done a good job at that. At least I think so. So it was just very fascinating to see a bunch of Josie people come out and say, hey man, I really miss this character. I wish that she made it to Tekken 8. And I've been beating my brain up back and forth with the idea of Josie coming back, because Heihachi, when he was announced and they showed him and all this stuff, he was just, his character has been killed completely off. They turn him into something very grotesque, and it is showcased time and time again in match. Every time you see him, that man explodes. He blows up the entire screen, shockwaves everywhere, stance. You know, it's just the Tekken 8 lifestyle now. And every single character that has come out has followed the same trope of stance, install, madness. I think Kunimitsu doesn't have. Yeah, she's got an install. Yeah, Eddie has one. Who else came out? Kunimitsu has one. Shit, I can't even remember the rest of the. Anna. Yeah, Anna. She's got a freaking rocket launcher, dude. Remember that? RPG. Something that she did not have in past titles that she has now. She hits you with it. She shoots you with it. You have a debuff like it's Dark Souls. So, you know, you got a whole bunch of weird stuff going on in Tekken 8. And so, my fear was they're going to do something like that to Josie. And I really did not want that to happen. But then, on the other side of my shoulder, I was like, damn, it would be really sick to have her in the game. Because I get to play my girl, you know, knee, elbow, all this cool stuff. And I have a good time because my girl came back. But then on my other shoulder, it's like, damn, dude, it's going to be like Warrior Instinct again. And she's going to have all this madness and it's not going to be fun. And then on my other shoulder, it's like, yo, how would they flesh out her switch stance? So it's a constant battle with my own brain, dude. Just constant bickering back and forth. It's a bad idea. It's a good idea. Bad idea, good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. No. So... God, dude. So now I'm stuck on the other side of my shoulder where I think I will be permanently on I wish she was in the game. But with that being said, it's impossible now. It's literally impossible because the only person that liked Josie and really fought for her to be in the game to begin with is Harada. And he's left, so there's no chance of that. And Nakatsu is gone as well. So both chances, even though, you know, no matter how slim they are, it was still a chance, and it's gone for good. So I really hate to be the bearer of bad news, but she's not coming, dude. But instead, you're going to have a Fat Man Kangaroo and Yujiro, so there's that. You know, I'll see what Yujiro's about, but like I said before, it's pretty much no chance of Josie coming back. So, Josie folk, it may just be Tekken 7 for you for the long run, because that's where she's going to be staying. Same with Miguel, same with, you know, the rest of them. But that's fine. It's okay, because Josie is fantastic, and she'll always be. Okay, so how I would like to end these videos, I like to swing to Peter's home, which is the one with the cellar right there. Swing to Peter's home, go up to the front door. Actually, I'll just go onto the roof and just sit there for a minute while I do my closing statements. And my closing statements are... it's really cool to have Josie people come back out. I really love talking about the character and how she was awesome to the franchise, and I think I'll be doing a lot more. In fact, after I finish this video, I have another one cooked up that has to do with Tekken 8, but also with Josie at the same time. So I hope you'll be ready for that video, as you can see on that little sign right there. And yeah, man, I'll see you guys in the next video of the series of Swingin' Theory. Thank you very much. Take care.